rich shit, reinvest it and then risk it. The cookie that I got ain't Oreo biscuits. I wanna double up from rags to riches, racks to millions. If it wasn't me, it was Iz that did it. I can't trust man that move and fidget. Times get harder, the ones that switching. It's either that or they chat like women.
Yes, my people, on another drive to the office. You know, Monday, beginning of the week. You just gotta treat every day like a Monday, man. Every month like a January. Shout out to Central C. But yeah, now today I just wanted to talk about becoming a full-time entrepreneur. It's something that a lot of people dream of. I even dreamt of it, you know, not having to work for anyone, working for yourself. Remember, you go from working 9 to 5 to working 24/7, because every time of the day, every hour of the day, business is on your mind. Ways, for me, for example, my situation is thinking of new content, or what am I going to invest into next, or, you know, back testing the markets, you know, or, you know, just looking for more clients. So when you know, just be careful of what you dream of, okay? Because again, dreaming of being an entrepreneur, the upside is great, the potential is very high, you know, there's lots of money to be made, you can make money in your own time, on your own doing, but remember, lots of discipline needs to be there. With a boss is there to keep you in place. A boss is there to make sure to tell you, oh, do this, do that. When you become an entrepreneur, a full-time entrepreneur, you have to become your own boss and be able to tell yourself to do this, to do that at whatever given time. And if you're the type to be leading yourself, then it'll be very hard for you to, you know, keep the discipline. But, you know, anyways, on how to become a full-time entrepreneur, I'm a full-time entrepreneur, so I feel like I want to talk on this topic on what challenges I've faced, and what I've endured. Well, so I'm a full-time entrepreneur. I work for myself full-time. I finished uni. This is what I do, is, you know, my living. I make a decent amount, you know, enough to live on and to be able to invest. So again, I feel like I'm qualified to talk on this topic. Now, first off, the step to becoming a full-time entrepreneur doesn't begin with, you know, quitting your job and then, you know, working for yourself for the rest of your life. No, it's a transition. It's a phase that you have to blend in. It's like a gradient, okay? This may mean, you know, you need to be working your job, getting some solid source of income. Why? The reason this is needed is because, again, when you're an entrepreneur, you need money. Money is like oxygen to you. For things to, you know, work and to go forward, you need money to make it happen. You know, you need to hire contractors to make sure your graphic design and your video editing is done properly. You need to put money into investments, or you need to put money into things like stock to then make sure you can then go resell that stock for a higher price. You need money to keep going. Money is like capital. Do you get it? So in order for you to become a full-time entrepreneur, you're gonna need a stack of cash ready, just in case anything hits the fan. This may mean, you know, working a job that you don't like, but again, it's for the greater good. You wanna save a part of your paycheck so then you can put that towards your emergency fund. An emergency fund is around 3 to 6 months worth of savings, which allow you to then be able to live your life just in the case that you lose your job or you make no money. So for example, let's say on average you spend £2,000 every month. A 3-month emergency fund would be £6,000. Let's say you lose your month, let's say COVID happens again and you make no income for 3 months. At least for 3 months, you're still good. You don't need to, you got 3 months to then make some more money. You have a little buffer before you go completely broke. Even then, you'll probably have more things like an overdraft and other things to keep yourself, you know, in check. In terms of how large your emergency fund should be, you know, start with £1,000 if you feel like that's a daunting figure. But I would say it depends on your industry. If you believe that the industry you're in is very needed, it's not a luxury good, it's more of a good that is more needed by society, then, you know, you can say, you know, a 3-month emergency fund will be fine. Because again, and the best example I can use for this is that nurses, you know, they don't really lose their jobs. Nurses are very, very needed in society. Our healthcare system's free, so people make use of that. So nurses are very, very needed, doctors are very, very needed. So if they were to lose a job, I'm pretty sure they can find another job very, very easily within a month. It's not too difficult. Whereas if you was a crypto app developer, you know, the crypto market is down right now. So not many crypto firms need their apps developed, you know, unless they have lots of money to invest into the system. But other than that, that is more of a cyclical business. It depends on the economy. It depends on the state of the market. Do you get what I'm saying, the difference? So if you look and start a business in an industry that is very needed, like construction and whatnot, then, you know, maybe 3 months might make sense. But then if you believe that the business that you're in is very, very jumpy, it's very volatile, you never know what can happen, things can change overnight, then 6 months may make way more sense. Secondly, you may be thinking, now cool, you know, man's been working my job, I've been getting my income, I've been saving it, I got my emergency fund. Now on the side, you know, you're working now for your 9 to 5, you're working your job. From your 6 to 9 after work, that is when, you know, you're doing your side hustles, you're running your business. When can I now quit my job? There's 2 ways to tackle this. The first way is simply, firstly, the money they're making consistently from your business, this money is starting to surpass the amount of money you're making from your 9 to 5. And remember, think of the keyword consistently. Not just 1 month, not 2 months, but consistently. The money that you're making from your business is actually starting to make way more than your job. But just because it's making way more than your job, that doesn't mean you should quit. The reason I say that is because your job plus your business, you're making double the money. If you quit your job, you're losing nearly half the money. So you need to ask yourself, does quitting my job allow me to make way more money in my business? That is the question you need to ask yourself. If you quit your job and you're still making the same amount of money, then what was the point? What was the point? Maybe you can say, yeah, I get more time to myself, you know, I can relax more, I can spend more time with family, I can spend more time with friends and go out more. That is a valid point. But what is your aim though? Do you want to elevate to a higher level? Do you want to be stuck on £3,000 a month forever? Or do you want to elevate to £10,000 per month? That's the question you need to ask yourself. Does you quitting a job allow you to make more money? In my situation, it did. Because I can spend more time creating content, thinking of ideas. But I ain't gonna lie though, money wasn't my only, you know, purpose. Freedom is my purpose. Location freedom, so being able to work wherever I want. You know, I work online. I make money online, so I can be in another country still doing stuff for UK people. Financial freedom, just getting money, getting paid to make videos and whatnot. And then finally, time freedom. So I can spend, you know, 4 hours, 5 hours a day working. I'll be making the same amount, or if not more, than someone working 9 hours a day. I now have more time to spend with my family, and then not only that, you know, with friends as well. You know, I get to spend time for me, and not only that, on other side hustles as well. So yeah, you need to ask yourself that question before, you know, quitting your job. There's nothing wrong with a job, guys. You know, why not have double the money? Why not? Now, fourthly, we need to move on to what as an entrepreneur are you doing? Do you have a solid skill? Because again, in order to make great money in this world, in order to make a lot of money in this world, you need to be somewhat great at what you do, okay? This applies to pretty much most things in life. The best football players get paid the most. The most sophisticated surgeons and doctors in the world will get paid the most. Why? Because the skill that they provide to the world is very, very sought after. Not many people can replicate what you do. If you do something that can easily be replicated within, you know, 3 months of training, then you won't get paid as much. It's simple as that. You know, it's a skill that you provide to the world, okay? I'm gonna use myself as an example. I'm able to convince and teach the UK about personal finance in a convincing and fun way, you know, in an entertaining way. Being able to do that will allow me to get paid higher, because some other people may do the same thing as me. They may have more information than me. They may know way more about personal finance than me, but they don't do it as good as me or as on the scale as me. I have leverage. I have over 300,000 followers on TikTok, 29,000 of you guys on YouTube, 37K on Instagram. I have that leverage. That's the skill I have. To replicate that, it can be replicated, but can it be replicated to the degree that I have? And again, I focus on the UK. I have a lot, my audience is 80% UK, 80%. A lot of you guys, most of you guys watching this are from the UK. And I do have a lot of Americans. I have some Irish, I have some Australians, some Germans, and there's another country I'm forgetting. But anyways, you need to make sure you are somewhat good at what you do in order to survive in this game. If you aren't, then you need to get good at what you do. Simple as. You know, other things that I do, you know, trading the markets, being able to read the markets. Being good at that can take you to the next level. Why? Because again, you can extract more money from the markets, therefore your value goes up. And that's what life's all about. It's all about value for value. So in whatever you do, you need to ask yourself, how good are you at what you really do? Are you, you know, you don't have to be the best. Because you know what, I was even speaking to my friend about this. In football, right? In order to get paid and play in the Premier League, you need to be the top 1,000 players in the world, probably. The top 1,000 players. There's billions of people in the world, but you need to be in the top 1,000, okay? But in business, there's over 2.5k billionaires in the USA. So being the top 1,000, you know, you could be in the top 100,000 people in terms of business, and still be top, still be on top, still make a decent amount of money. There's over 21 million millionaires in the world. Do you get what I'm saying? So to be the best at football, or to get paid very well in football, you need to be in the top 1,000. But a football team has 11 players, you know, a whole squad 22, you know, with reserves as well, coming close to 30. There's only 20 teams in Premier League, 30 times 20, that's 600, you know. And then there's like 5 leagues. There's 5 good leagues: Premier League, the Liga, Bundesliga, League One, and yeah, that's it. So, you know, after that, you're at 2.4k people. But whereas with business, there's 2.5k billionaires. So, you know, you don't have to be at the top to make decent amount of money. You could be in the top 100,000 people in the world and still make decent money in business. So again, think of your industry, think of a way of how you can start to shine and be different and stand out from your competition. So guys, make sure you focus. When it comes to investing money, focus on investing in skills, books and courses. Learn how to become the person that you want to be. You need to act to be that person before you become that person. I understand that. The final thing that I want to say, and this will come after a few months to become an entrepreneur, you'll realize the money that you make per month varies. There's never, you know, 2 months where you make the same amount of money. You know, every month is different. So what you need to remember and understand is that multiple sources of income not only brings you more money, but it brings you financial stability. Okay, that's what you want as an entrepreneur, because, you know, knowing that you may get some clients one month and not getting clients the next month, or knowing that you make business enough sales this month and not the next, is such a scary, and, you know, it brings a lot of anxiety, you know, and it can get hard. Trust me, it can get hard. Being an entrepreneur is a very lonely game. So what I will say, having multiple sources of income, and when I say multiple, I don't mean 7. You know, there's this statistic that, you know, the average millionaire has 7 streams of income. Okay, yeah, it's true, but you don't need that straight away. That's not needed like right now. Right now, let's focus on getting your second source of income. Let's focus on a business that can generate you a decent amount of cash whenever you need, you know, literally upon whenever you want it. You know, for example, in my situation now, so right now, the situation with me, when I create videos, right, for companies, the invoice terms normally are like 30 days. So if I send them an invoice, they'll pay in 30 days. Now that's annoying because that can mess up our cash flow. I have to wait 30 days to get paid. Some days 60 days, sometimes 60 days. So what I've done to, you know, combat that, I now have another source of income, you know, selling, you know, hospitality packages and whatnot for football games. That is a way more liquid form of a source of income, because again, once I get the tickets, I can sell them within the same day. I can rise cash just like that. So again, having that financial stability while waiting for other payments and whatnot is a great feeling, and it'll help you a lot. And the final tip I'll say, it depends on your business, but, you know, make use of social media, man. TikTok, YouTube, they're giving out free views, free exposure. A lot of people have to pay for a lot of ads, you know, for certain brands and whatnot, you know, for certain platforms, Facebook ads, all of that. But no, make use of social media. They're giving away free views. You can reach your target audience for free. So depends if your business is on social media, but again, have that leverage, man. Have that leverage. You know, with my Gen Z events, you know, I can speak to, you know, 300 people in the room, but with my social media content, I can reach thousands, hundreds of thousands, even millions of people just with one video. So, you know, like, for example, I've spoken once, but this can be replayed thousands and thousands of times. So, but yeah, man, just guys, remember, you know, when it comes to becoming an entrepreneur, you know, it's not as simple as it may seem. You know, people like myself may make it look easy, but again, there's a lot of hard work into it. You know, when you remember and realize that everything's down to you as an entrepreneur to make it in life, then that's when you'll realize, yeah, it can get hard, man. Trust me, it can get really hard. But trust me, as long as you put in the effort and you put in that focus, now you can make it for sure. Just make sure, follow these steps, make sure to take notes. And yeah, man, just remember, your free trial's over. Put in that work.